Hello everyone, I am Vinaya Tembe. Today I am going to take English grammar and direct indirect speech. But before that, let me tell you about the book which I have written myself. The heading is 1000 Soppy Rochi Vakya. How I have written the book? That daily use sentences I have taken. First sentence in English, second sentence in Marathi, the pronunciation is written, and in the third sentence I have written the meaning of that sentence in Marathi. In that way I have written daily use sentences 1000. 16 different topics I have taken for this book, which are daily used while we are speaking in life. Some of the topics are tenses, definitely is there, all 12 tenses, means the sentences about the tenses, not the rules. Then how to speak with small children, imperative sentences, exclamatory sentences. In that way, total 16 topics I have taken for this book. The book is really very useful for those who want to speak in English. So please go through the book. The links where you can buy the book online from Amazon, Flipkart and Notion Press, I have given below this video in the comment section. So refer to those notes, refer to those links also, and please buy the book. It will be really very helpful for everyone, from small children to elder ones. So this is my first book which I have written really for all of you. Please buy the book and tell me in comments how you liked or what you find, what you liked or loved about this book. Thank you very much. Now I will continue with my topic today, and the topic is direct and indirect speech. First of all, direct and indirect. What is direct speech? When we talk to someone directly, means I am talking just now, suppose to someone is standing in front of me and that person are talking with each other, then that is direct speech. And what is indirect speech? Suppose afterwards I tell other one that I was talking to so and so, then he said such and such thing, then whatever I am telling about what that person has talked to me, that is called as indirect speech. Indirect speech is also called as reported speech. Now why it is called as reported speech, I will tell you along with the examples. Now I have written two rules for direct and indirect speech. Rule 1 and here rule 2. I am telling you first rule. Let me read the rule. If the reporting verb is in present or future tense, then no change in tense. Now what is reporting verb? Reporting verb is the verb which comes in direct speech before comma and inverted commas. In this sentence, Monali says. Says is the reporting verb, and so only indirect speech is also called as reported speech, because it is reported afterwards to someone else. Okay. So says here is reporting speech, reporting verb. In the second sentence, Raj will say. Will say is the reporting verb. Third sentence, my mother says. Says is the reporting verb. Fourth sentence, I shall say. Shall say is the reporting verb. Now what is the rule? If the reporting verb is in present tense, first sentence says reporting verb is in present tense. Third sentence says reporting verb is in present tense or in future tense. In the second sentence, Raj will say. It is in future tense. In the fourth sentence, I shall say is again in future tense. So if the reporting verb is in present or future tense, then in the next part there is no change in tenses. Okay. For example, Monali says, I shall go to Mumbai tomorrow. Since this reporting verb is in present tense, you will not make a change in the tense in this next part. So what comes as indirect speech? Monali says that. After this you have to add that in indirect speech. Then you will not use comma or inverted commas in indirect speech. So Monali says that. Only pronoun changes. I changes. Since Monali is saying, I changes to she. She shall go is in future tense. We can use shall for I and we, but we cannot use shall for he or she, it, they, you. There you have to use will, but the tense remains the same. Future tense only. She will, next part the same again. She will go to Mumbai tomorrow. Okay. Direct speech. This one is indirect speech. Second example. Raj will say. Now here will say, the reporting verb is in future tense. So there will not be any change in the next part of the sentence in tense. So what? I shall be a doctor. Now again Raj will say that, remove commas and inverted commas. I, since it is Raj, it will become he. Again shall has to change to will, because for he we have to take will only. But tense we are not changing. It is future tense. It has to be taken as future tense only. He will be a doctor. Over. Next sentence. My mother says, I will order lunch from hotel. Says, reporting verb in present tense. So no change in the tense in the next part of the sentence. So how to change to indirect speech now? My mother says also remains the same. Says, then that is added, comma, inverted commas are removed. My mother says that. I will become, for mother, she. Next part will remain the same. No change in tense. She will order lunch from hotel. It remains the same. And the fourth example, I shall say. Shall say in future tense. Since reporting verb in future tense, next part tense will not change. So while changing to indirect speech, it will become, I shall say remains the same. That to add, remove commas and inverted commas. So I shall say that. He remains he here, because I am talking about he. So he remains the same. He will come, future tense remains future tense only. There is no change in tense. He will come late on coming Monday. Next part remains the same in the fourth sentence. I think this rule is clear to you. Let us move to the second rule. What is the second rule? Reporting verb expressing a universal truth or habitual fact is not changed. Again, reporting verb is in the first sentence said. Again here everywhere it is said. Okay. If it is expressing, whatever is written is expressing, written in inverted commas, is expressing a universal truth or habitual action, habitual fact, then there is no change. That is the rule, is not changed. Okay. So the teacher said in comma and inverted commas, because it is direct speech, the sun rises in the east. Now the line, the sun rises in the east, is a universal truth which will never change. Sun will always rise in the east because it is nature's rule. So it is not going to change, and so that line remains same as it is in direct speech. So while changing to indirect, what you need to do is only to add that and to remove comma and inverted commas. Otherwise everything remains the same. So indirect speech of this is, the teacher said that the sun rises in the east. Very simple. Just keep this rule in mind. Second example, my mother said, I like pizza. Now here, my mother said remains the same. That to be added, remove comma and double inverted commas. I like pizza. This is a fact about her, about my mother, that she likes pizza. It's a fact. So this habitual fact again will not change in indirect speech. So my mother said that only I pronoun will change because you are talking about mother, so it will become she. She, here I like, simple present tense, but when the subject is he, she or it, like changes to likes. S or es is added, so that is added in that way. Okay, she likes pizza, otherwise it remains the same. Again, next sentence, laughter is the best medicine, said my family doctor. What the doctor has said, laughter is the best medicine, is a universal truth. That's a proverb. It's a universal truth. It will never change. So, the sentence in indirect speech also remains the same. My family doctor said, that should be added. Remove commas and inverted commas, and next part remains the same. My family doctor said that laughter is the best medicine. And the fourth example, Renu said to me, I love dancing. Renu said to me. This part remains same, but you can change. Now she said to me means what? She told me. That you can change. Meaning remains the same. Renu said to me, instead of that you can write Renu told me. That should be added. Remove comma and inverted commas. I love dancing. Renu is talking. So instead of I, pronoun has to become she. Again simple present tense, I love dancing. In that, the rule of grammar is when it is he, she or it as the subject, then you have to add s or es to the verb. That rule applies over here also. So I changes to she, love becomes loves since it is she. She loves dancing. Sentence remain in the same tense, simple present tense. Indirect speech is Renu told me that she loves dancing. This is about the second rule. I think you have definitely understood first and the second rule. Thank you very much for watching this video today. Please see the links of my book below in the comments and please buy the book. It will be really very helpful to you. Thanks once again. Bye.